Good morning, class. In the previous lesson, we were learning about pollination and types of pollination. We have learned about self-pollination. It occurs when the pollens from the anther is deposited on the stigma of the same flower or another flower on the same plant. We have also learned about cross-pollination. It refers to a complex type of pollination that allows the transfer of pollen grains from the anther of the flower into the stigma of another. Now, in today's lesson, we are going to learn about the pollinators or the agents of pollination. So, who are the agents that helps them to transfer the pollen grains from the anther to the stigma of the flower? So, they are known as pollinators. So, we will be learning about the agents of pollination. So, agents of pollination. So, pollinating agents. Pollinating agents are called pollinators. So, pollinators can be abiotic or that is non-living or biotic that is living. So, pollinating agent can be of two types that is abiotic and biotic. Abiotic would be wind, water, and biotic would be bird, insects, and bat. They are the ones to transfer that helps in pollination and helps to transfer pollen grains from the male part of the flower to the female part of the flower. So agents of pollination we have two types that is abiotic and biotic. So abiotic would be wind and water and biotic would be birds, insects, reptiles, mammals and sometimes even human beings. Abiotic pollinators are wind and water. Water is usually used only for few aquatic plants like tree grasses. Now over here we can see a wind pollinator. The wind is blowing, is acting as a wind pollinator, acting as a pollinator and is helping to transfer the pollen grains from one part to another part of a flower. Biotic pollinators refers to various animal species, mammals, reptiles, birds, and insects. Insects are the most common of them. Beetles, bees, moths, and birds are example of biotic pollinating agents. So the birds over here, they will suck the juice and again they will transfer or so as they are sucking the juice from the flower, some of the pollens get stuck into their bees. So when they go to another flower and when they try to suck the juice from the flower, the pollens that is stuck into their beak gets transferred to the female part of the flower. And this is how the pollination takes place. So in today's lesson, we have learned about agents of pollination. So pollinating agents are called pollinators and they have been divided into two factors that is abiotic and biotic. Abiotic means living, non-living and biotic means living. Abiotic would be wind and water and biotic would be birds, insects, reptiles, mammals and sometimes even human beings. Abiotic pollinators are wind and water. Water is usually used only for few aquatic plants like tree grasses. This is a wind pollinator. Biotic pollinator refers to animal species, mammals, reptiles, birds, and insects. Insects are the most common of them. Beetles, bees, moths, and birds are examples of biotic pollinating agents. Now, for today's lesson, this is the assignment that you're going to do. What are pollinators? Mention the types of pollinators. Give examples of the type of each pollinators. So class, this is all we'll be learning for today.